Good evening, everybody. Hopefully, my mic wasn't super loud. I just realized I was very loud just then. Blow your ears off. If you're laying quietly in bed, you're probably like, ah! What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Halfway through the week. Congratulations to you. Cody! Cody Rennie. First, you get 10 points, gold star, and a blue ribbon. Thank you for being here, dude. Appreciate it. I'm excited. We're going to play more Broken Sword. Just childhood game, remastered, no big deal. Classic point and click adventure game, which I always love. New video dropped today on the channel as well. So if you guys are interested in discussing what the heck Nintendo is doing recently, because they're kind of, doing crazy stuff like they do, go check out that video. But Cody, what's going on? Hopefully you are. Hopefully you had a good day today, and that it's not too late. Because I know out here on the West Coast, not quite the West Coast. I'm in Mountain Time. I mean, it's already 10, so hopefully you're not, like midnight or something. Wore the Pyramid Head costume again this past Saturday. Turned out good, dude. I was floored with those pictures. It was one of my wife's not a gamer at all, but I was like, honey, look at this. And she's like, what am I looking at? I'm like, this is a freaking costume somebody made. And I showed her Pyramid Head from the game. I was like, look at this. And she was like, dang, that's crazy. You did a freaking awesome job with that costume. So after Halloween, what did you wear it to? This past Saturday, that was this November 2nd. What did you do with that? Hopefully you just like wore it out, to the bus station or something, because that would be pretty epic. I hope that's what happened. And by the way, I wanted to ask, what is the sword made of? Was it like you might have told me, but is it just like plastic? Is it styrofoam? Like what did you fashion that out of? Your wife has a Tiny Tina costume? No way. Isn't Tiny Tina that spin-off fantasy game in the not Fallout. What's it called? Borderlands? Isn't it like a spin-off Borderlands game or something like that? With like the witch hat and stuff, right? Am I thinking of the right thing? It was wood. The sword was wood. That's freaking awesome. While we chat, I'm getting my PS5 connected. My glasses are in need of help. Yeah, then we'll get the game started. Let me know if how volume is once we get going. I'm always asking about volume because it drives me crazy when I'm watching a video and the voice or the game volume's off, and it just grates. So let me know once we get started how the audio balancing is. I'd appreciate that, everybody. Okay, we're gonna jump to the PS5 here soon. We had our 4th annual Halloween party on Saturday. Tiny Tina was first introduced in Borderlands 2. Oh, I didn't realize she was a character like in Borderlands already. I remember when the trailer for Tiny Tina came out, I was like, what is this? Because I haven't played a lot of Borderlands before, but I knew enough to be like, this is different. So that's really cool. And that's funny because we have an annual Halloween party as well. And this year was our 3rd, I think. So we're just behind you. Okay, let me fly over. You can probably hear my PS5, but let's fly on over there. You can see I've got the beautiful Tifa Lockhart as my welcome page, now that you can set that up on the home. But we're playing Broken Sword. I guess I haven't used my PS5. I'm like, dang, that popped right in there, didn't it? Okay, and I have to remember, let me go out to the map real quick. Got to refresh my memory here for a minute. We recently, that's right, we found out about the costume store that the murderer got rented the clown outfit from. We went there, we talked to him, and this lead led us to the hotel. I can't quite remember why. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I think we discovered a feature last time that recapped the story, did we not? Menu. We found it somewhere. Was it this? Game help? Yeah, the story so far. Excellent. This will be so handy for streams, especially since I'm alternating between this and Final Fantasy IX now. This will be useful. Excuse me. Okay. Having followed the clown through the sewers, George received a promising clue from the concierge witness, a telephone number on the label of the killer's jacket. Looking for answers, he decided to meet with a local photojournalist that he saw at the scene, Nico Collard. Oh, Nico, we love Nico. At her apartment on Rue Jerry, Nico identified a costume shop that the killer had likely used to rent the clown outfit. The costumier recognized the man from Nico's photograph and said he had the name of Khan. That's right. That's the part I forgot. George then called the tailor, Todrick, and learned that a suit had been delivered to Khan at the Hotel Ubu. And that's why we go to the hotel. That's why we're saved at the hotel. Roger that. Oh, nice. You sent me a picture on Facebook chat. I'm going to look at it really quick before we start playing because I want to see. Let's see. Got it. Oh, no. Dude, you're so huge in the picture. You're like 4 feet taller than your wife. Your wife looks freaking awesome, too. Dang. What a cool costume. I definitely won't show it on camera unless you want me to, and then I'll hold it up to the webcam so everybody else can see what a good job you guys did. That's freaking awesome. Okay, we're at the hotel. I'm not going to talk to these guys. First, I'm going to look at stuff.
The sign listed the price of rooms, and boy, were they expensive. The killer must have been earning a fat wad to pay for accommodation like this.
I think I explained last time too. I love these old point and click games where you can just investigate everything and you just hear fun writing and good comments on like all the things that you can interact with. It's part of the charm of these old games.
The lobby was quiet, almost deserted.
It's like you're reading a novel, you know? It sets the tone. Let's go to the left and see what's over here first. Okay, cool. Thanks. Oh, that lets me leave. Okay. All right, so Cody in the chat, he and his wife built these freaking epic Halloween costumes. It might not pick up well on the webcam, but you've got Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2. I have to scroll down because he's so tall. Look at that. That is like pro. Look at that. And then if his wife is Tiny Tina from the Borderlands game, I know it's blurry, but this is very unorthodox to like show. I guess I could pull it up on the computer. On my Facebook page. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. But that is just amazing. Okay, let's go in the alleyway and check that out. Oh, I kind of remember this. I think I remember what happens back here eventually. Just got to move my cursor and just check everything. Not much going on right now. Can't even investigate the garbages. Okay, there's like literally nothing back here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for sharing. I'm definitely going to pull that up on my other screen here and move it over to share with the group. Maybe once more people are in here. All right, let's chat with these guys. Let's check them out first.
The man looked like an amiable Bigfoot.
What about this one?
The guy looked just like a weasel.
We'll talk to the weasel first.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Let's ask him... Oh, do we want to jump straight to asking him about Khan? Let's see if I can shake his hand with the buzzer.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
This dude reminds me of Waluigi. Oh, sorry, I realized you can't even see him on the screen because my fat face is covering him up.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No, that name means nothing to me.
Just imagine Waluigi in a brown suit. That's what this guy looks like.
I'm looking for a
Sumiko,
Are
how's
you
it
trying to
going?
find-
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
What's up, Sumiko? It's so great to see you as always. How's your night going? How you doing?
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
Okay, we'll
forget
talk.
it.
We'll talk to the other guy. Somebody you can actually see on the screen.
Excuse me. Yeah? Do you happen to know a guy named Khan? That ain't nobody I know. I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain.
On your brain? Let me know how that dialogue sounds. Can you guys hear it okay?
You ever meet a guy called Plantow? No, I ain't. You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown? No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you? I've seen daytime television that was funnier. I love it when the little guys get hyped. That figures. Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Let's see if he'll shake my hand.
Shake my hand? Nah. Oh, rats.
At one point, I'm gonna shock one of these guys. Alive and Kickin' says Sumiko, and notice her beautiful, beautiful green name. I mean, she is a member of the channel, so thank you, Sumiko, as always, for being an honorary member. Alive and Kicking, long work day, but still hit the gym. Life is good. How about you? She is crazy. She is so good and disciplined at hitting the gym all the time. That is the opposite of me, who's fat and lazy and can't do anything productive. So good on you. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Cody just bought all 3 of your books too. Oh man, that's freaking awesome. Thank you, man. You're amazing. I appreciate that. Look forward to reading them. Man, that is amazing. Thank you so much for the support, my dude. I wrote the first book. I started writing it almost 15 years ago now. In fact, next year is the 10th anniversary, which is kind of crazy. So that just blows my mind. I am esteemed, as you always say. Always. You guys are, all of my members are
Do
esteemed.
you recognize the guy in this photograph? Is this a trick question? No. I simply asked if you recognized him. Okay then. No, I don't.
I'm not going to bother asking these guys.
See you later.
Messing with these guys. With my items. Let's go inside. Oh, thanks, Sumiko. You're reading the first book, and it's fire. Me and Sumiko, I think, have talked about this, but it's always tempting as an author or an artist of any kind, you know, whether you're playing your music for somebody or they're reading your book or looking at a painting or whatever, to make excuses for yourself, to be like, yeah, like, oh, like, it's not that good, like, I don't know. And of course, I always feel that way too. Every artist does, but I am proud of it for what it is. But I mean, like I said, it's been 15 years. I've improved a lot since then, and there's definitely a great story there. I'm proud of the story. If you can get through all 3, like, I think you'll be satisfied. In fact, I think book 1 is approaching 100 reviews on Amazon now, which is pretty cool for an indie author. All right, let's look around. Statue.
The figure of a sexless youth was frozen in mid-skip with a silly grin on its stone lips.
I just love like the narrative feel of like these old point and click games. They're so cool. There's such a vibe, you know?
In the ornate booth was the most elegant public telephone I'd ever seen. I recognized the guy. It was the Nobel Prize winner from the country whose name I couldn't pronounce. The woman was obviously English. She had all the qualities of Boadicea, Elizabeth I, and Margaret Thatcher rolled into one. It wasn't a pretty sight. It was a magnificent old Steinway piano.
Okay, let's talk to the lady first.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought, but never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
I bet you guys are grateful that this game's fully voice acted, so I don't have to do my cheesy voice acting like I do in other playthroughs. They're actually good voice actors. Come on, let me buzz your hand.
Would you like to shake my hand, ma'am?
Now, George, there's no need to be so formal. We met as tourists, and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
Okay, Sumiko's bringing the heat now. I have a few favorite dad jokes for the group. Why do I love dad jokes? I tell them all the time to my employees at work. Why do ducks have tail feathers? This is my 6-year-old's favorite joke. Oh, Laura, hey, what's going on, Laura? Good to see you. Why? I don't know this one. I thought I was a dad joke professional, but I don't know this one.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Oh, wow.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She knows
She
him.
represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
She knows him. We got a clue. Laura, your 6-year-old has excellent taste. Oh, I missed the answer. To cover their butt quacks. Oh, Cody's got a 7-year-old that's going to hear that. That's freaking funny. Dude, dad jokes are the best. Okay, here's one for you. I have to go to, like, the dark ones for my employees to respect them. They're, like, so sick of the dumb ones and corny ones, even though I love them. Okay, so let's see. Here's a dark one. So, I had a girlfriend in a wheelchair, and she dumped me. So I took her wheelchair. Well, guess who came crawling back? Oh, snap. There you go.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
Ooh, nice. We got an ally. She knows Khan, and it seems like she believes us, so. Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, exactly, Sumiko. I'm not proud of it, but, you know, I'm embracing it. It's a terrible joke. But, you know, dark humor is like food. Not everybody gets it. Oh! Okay, let's ask about Khan some more.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs
snap.
and spoke to that Clark chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Dang, okay, cool. It just auto-saved.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase.
Nice. Let's ask about her, too.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Army for 10 years? It was nothing but dark jokes. Dude, Cody, thank you for your service, my man. That's freaking awesome. I didn't know that. We have a legend in the chat. We have a freaking vet in the chat. Jacob, how's it going? Good evening. Great to see you. Notice his beautiful green name as well. Another esteemed channel member, Mr. Jacob. All my favorite jokes are wildly dark and inappropriate. I've been accumulating dad jokes for years because they're good icebreakers for work meetings. Exactly. I post a few on my Teams page or whatever every day. And I've got like a document of hundreds of them that I've collected over the years. Last dark joke. You ready? Last dark humor joke, and then we're going to go on with the game. I have a friend that lives in North Korea. And I asked him how it was going over there. And he said, I can't complain. He can't complain.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear.
I will email this to you. I'll email it to you,
Take a
Sumiko.
well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking...
Can you guys hear the dialogue okay?
Short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Okay, let's talk to this other dude.
I have to go, ma'am.
First, I want to see if there's anything else over here. When the screen scrolls... Oh, there's a desk. Oh, and somebody else.
Hanging from a brass hook was a key and a plastic tag. The clerk wore a disdainful expression, like he'd been born with it. It was the register of guests staying at the hotel.
I totally will, Sumiko. It took me a minute, said Cody. Yeah, the dialogue's fantastic. It's like you're reading a novel. It's cool. Jason! Jason's in the chat. What's up, Jason? Good to see you again, my friend. Oh, dialogue is great,
Excuse
meaning
me.
you can hear it. Thank
Didn't
you,
I
Sumiko,
see
for
your
confirming
picture
that.
in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I'm doing good, Jason. What's new with you? What's exciting in your life right now?
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
A clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen it?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything.
For pants?
Oppression is the matter of ingenuity.
Let's see if he'll let us shock him.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
I love the dialogue. I do remember you used the buzzer way later in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesday's free now for you? Excellent. You're telling me that that's the night we need to start doing community game night. Mario Kart, Fortnite. Just taking a break from doing Racing League on Xbox. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, Roblox. That's in Roblox. Glad you're doing good, my friend.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man.
He knows him too.
Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
He's just lying to everybody.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Okay, let's go talk to the clerk, and then we'll move upstairs. I'm just going to try and grab the keys. He's going to yell at me, though.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You are trying to steal that key, no?
No way.
No way. Oh, man.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Oh, dude, I love that, Jason. Just chilling in bed. Glad that you're chilling with us. That's awesome. 9 people in here. Hello, everybody.
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
Good to know.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
Sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
I'll show you my operation scar.
Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
But I'm a cop. Or pretending to be a cop. Rats. Reminds me of Charlie Brown. I have a question that, are you going to try out Mario and Luigi Brothership? You know, I thought about it. I've never played the Mario and Luigi games before.
Thanks
None
for
of
your
them.
help, buddy.
Even though I was really into the DS when it was big, and the 3DS. Those were like, I carried those things everywhere for years. But for some reason, I just never got into the Mario and Luigi series. So, but the trailers for Brothership looked really good. And I've heard, I think the reviews just went up a few days ago, and I saw that it's scoring really well. Like, it's a very good game. So, It wasn't like on my list, but if everybody wants me to, I'd be happy to try it out. Just search around. We'll take in the vibe by using the observe button.
The sign on the door read 21.
There's the vacant door, the vacant room.
The sign on the door read 22. If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. Room number 23.
Nothing I can really do up here. Yet. I remember this part. This part's really cool. I want to say the lady helps me somehow.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Yep, room 21.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
I'm an Eagle Scout.
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on mine?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
She's awesome. John. Dude, what is up, John? Good to see you.
I say, you there, flunky?
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Sorry, my bottom bar is
Over to
covering up
you,
the subtitles.
My dear.
Grab it. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Make a break for room 21. Let's go. I've been good this week, dude. I'm Thursdays, which is tomorrow for me. I think it's already Thursday for you. Thursdays are my day off, so I'm excited for tomorrow to chill a little bit. Let's see.
It was a key ring bearing one large brass key and a tag which read Hotel Ubu.
21. This one? Yeah.
The sign on the door read 21. Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Creepy.
It was a massive mahogany wardrobe. A cabinet stood beside the bed.
Let's check it out. Only thing I've been a bit sad over is the U.S. election results, but I will try to keep that one out of here. Yeah, I'm intentionally not talking politics
but
either.
It smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Smelt of onions. I was very excited about the election results, but that's all I'll say. Oh, the window. Let's check out the window.
The window looked out over a narrow alley surrounded by high walls.
That was the alley we looked at outside the hotel around the corner. Oh, payday for Jason. What are you going to do with it? Don't tell me pay bills. That's boring.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
What's camphor? Watched Escape from New York for the first time. Ah. I've never seen that. Okay, here we go. Gonna try and sneak into the other room. Into the murderer's hotel room. So cool. It's creepy. I like the music.
The cabinet had no drawers, just a single door.
I know you can't see George when he's on the right side of the screen. I'm sorry.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed. The bed was several times larger than the narrow cot I'd been given at the place I was staying.
Let's move so you can see him.
The bed was several
Whoops.
times larger than the narrow cot I'd been given at the place I was staying. The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
I see the briefcase at the foot of the bed. See it right here? But I'm going to explore that last because I think that triggers like the next event.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture. The interior of the closet was large enough for me to climb right in. The pants were newly laundered and pressed with immaculate creases. There was nothing in the pockets of the pants. It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died.
Take it. Investigate it.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Darn. Yeah, I know that series is where Solid Snake's inspiration came from. Pliskin. On the topic of Kurt Russell, I just watched Bone Tomahawk for the first time. 10 out of 10, great movie. I've never heard of that one before. I don't think I've ever seen any movie with Kurt Russell in it. I'm sure that's not true, but like I can't recall a single one off the top of my head. Oh, dude, he's coming.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Yeah, get in the closet. That was close.
The pants matched the jacket which the killer had lost in Paris. I couldn't believe my luck when I found two items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Heck yeah. More clues. Let's look at the matchbook closer.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words Club Alamut.
There you go. Got another clue?
It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom.
Gruber
It read,
Electronics Corporation.
Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Oh yeah, The Thing. I know that was like a big one. One of his bigger earlier ones. I did see the first Guardians of the Galaxy a long time ago, like when it first came out, so I don't remember it, but let's get out of here. All right, Jason, thank you so much for stopping in, dude. You're amazing. Appreciate you. Oh, and that reminds me. I mean, you can leave, obviously, but before I forget, I wanted to show... Am I not going to be able to return the key? Uh-oh. Guess it's mine now. Whoops. I wanted to show Jason's picture that he shared with me earlier tonight on the screen so you guys can actually see it. It's pretty freaking awesome. He and his wife's Halloween costumes that they made, and they're pretty out of control. Let me show you. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to pause the game. Intermission. You have, and it's very relevant to the channel, you have Pyramid Head. He made a crazy Pyramid Head costume. And his wife is Tiny Tina from, what is that game called? Tiny Tina in Wonderland or something like that? The Borderlands spin-off game. But this is crazy. I'm screenshotting it out so I don't have to like show any more information that we don't want to show the world. Look at that. I love that you're standing next to one of those gigantic skeletons for scale. Like, look how freaking huge you are. Look at that. Look at the head. He built that. He built that pyramid head. And then, of course, and he also told me that he's on stilts. He's that tall because he's on stilts. We need a banana for scale, though. Sorry, that wasn't Jason. That was I think I said this was Jason. Sorry, Cody in the chat. This is Cody's picture. And then of course his wife here is Tiny Tina, which I think that's custom made too. It's like, holy cow, that's so cool. So cool. So very well done. I wanted to show that off because he had shared it with me earlier. Jason's like, oh man, that's not mine. Sorry, maybe next time. There's the Sumiko provided our scale banana for us. I'm scared to talk to the receptionist. Maybe he'll notice the key's gone.
What now, monsieur?
Should I just tell him about the key?
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little hook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not especiellement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Well, that's good. Would you believe it was put
Thanks
there
for
by
your
a
help, buddy.
poltergeist? Like, what? Funny. Alright, Jason. Thanks again. You're awesome. Should have called the Ghostbusters. Much more effective.
Hi, man.
I agree.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Let's just say goodbye to her.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, man. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
Yeah, I'm going to ask around about that.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1,000,000 faces.
Nice. Let's ask
I have to go, ma'am.
this guy about the matchbook.
Hello again. Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't.
Might as well just ask him about the other clue we found as well.
Hello again. Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Maybe, should I call Nico again and just see what she says about the new clues? Promise I'm not a stalker. I call her like every 5 minutes, but I can call Todrick again too.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
Okay, so nothing new there. Let's ask the dudes outside about the new clues, and then we'll probably leave, and hopefully it'll put the new areas on the map. Uh-oh.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem. If you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flat.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flat.
Yeah, sorry you guys can't see the guy on the right. He's basically Waluigi in a brown suit. I mean, should I ask them about this stuff now? Might as well. Whoops.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Don't you think you have some explaining to do?
Huh?
I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country.
What the?
You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it.
Get lost, creep.
Nope, not that.
No.
I was trying to combine the items. There we go.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
It's no good pretending you don't understand me.
For the last time, get lost.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't? What if I call the cops?
First, I break your arms at the elbows and wrists. Then, when you recover consciousness, I break your fingers.
There's just one flaw in your plans, Ape-Man.
What's that?
It's broad daylight. I don't think even you would assault me on a busy street. Of course, this tranquil square at the end of a cul-de-sac. This isolated corner of Paris that hasn't seen a street sweeper's brush since VE Day. This would be just about perfect for a mugging. Pardon me, I'm about to get very lost.
Get lost, creep.
He's like coaxing him on. Here's a question I don't know the answer to, but I doubt you would know either, but how did you save in Monkey Island and King's Quest and such? We really will have to fill the gap in your point-and-click adventure game logic. If there's no cops, who eats all the donuts and roughs up the transients? So in King's Quest, there's just a save button. You can just go up and save at any time. Is that what you're asking? In King's Quest 5, anyway. 5, 6, and 7 are the King's Quest games I played. And, yeah, you can just save at any time. I think you can do the same here. La Risée du Monde is grayed out. We can go back to the cafe, Rougerie, or the police office. I'm gonna bug these guys a little bit more. Again, apologize you can't see the dude on the right, but I need to ask him about this stuff real quick.
Hey, Shorty, do you know a guy called Merlin?
No.
George is fearless, man.
Hey, Shorty, does this matchbook mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I recognize?
Excuse me.
Yeah? Get lost, creep.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Okay. Maybe here, I want to try one thing. I'm going to go in and call the other guy. Maybe he can tell me about the other address I just got. Todrick.
No point in phoning that guy again.
Okay. Just wanted to check. Oh, exit. There we go. Okay. I need to find a way to go to the club. Hold on. The magic book is from the club.
It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom.
Gruber Electronics Corporation.
It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, we gotta get searched again.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
What I meant was we'll have to fill the gap in your point-and-click adventure game knowledge.
Okay, let him go.
I know the LucasArts ones were like staples. It was the Sierra games in the 90s and the LucasArts ones. But yeah, I just never got into the LucasArts ones that much. There was a lot going on back then in the mid-90s for gaming, so I was very busy with some other stuff. Mainly Final Fantasy, and I was starting to get into RPGs. Ugh. We are just about at intermission.
Hi.
You're the guy who gave me the tip, aren't you?
Huh?
The racehorse. Saladin.
Oh, yeah, but
I put every franc I had on that horse.
listen,
My lifetime savings, next month's rent, everything.
Oh, God.
You won by 3 lengths. I'm a rich man.
Call me Lucky George, the punter's friend. So how come you're still here?
I'm not going to let my newfound wealth change me, not one bit. I bought this hole, fittings and all. Now I can come and go as I please. No more clocking on or completion schedules. No foreman breathing down my neck. Thanks to you, I've found paradise.
I'm getting a mushy feeling in my chest. But not half as mushy as your head.
What do you want now?
Let's ask him about the new clues. What's the snack lineup for tonight? Yeah, so I've still got my jerky here. I'm not a gum chewer, but a friend of mine gave me some Japanese gum, which is like nostalgic because from when I lived in Japan, but like I don't think I'm gonna eat this, so there you go. But I have my jerky, and in my house, we have a big problem with my kids leaving their Halloween candy wrappers all over the house. So our rule is if me or my wife finds a wrapper and we have to throw it away, we get one of their candies from each of their bags. So that's 1 wrapper equals 3 candies. And I have to claim 3 from each of theirs because I've been cleaning up wrappers all day. So apparently our system isn't working. Usually works pretty well.
Mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
So I'm going to go get some more
Does the
candy.
name Merlin mean anything to you?
No, nothing.
I'm
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
I'm probably going to skip the Coke Zero tonight because I went out to eat this evening because I was on an errand. Oh, they boarded up the cafe. And I ate out and I had soda there, so I probably shouldn't double dose on soda tonight. Okay, nothing here. Zelda! Zelda's in the house. How's it going? A whole 9 lollies. That's a killer deal. It really is. It is a killer deal. I highly recommend it. I'll usually just say, I'm going to look for wrappers, and they run around and clean them all up. It's nice. Somber, if I'm being honest. Oh, what's going on, Zelda? Hopefully you're okay. Ooh, all-time favorite
Oh,
snack, Laura. That is
Yes,
a
Inspector.
great question. I mean, I'm a potato chip kind of guy. I don't actually eat a lot of candy and like cake and ice cream and cookies and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm more of a chips savory kind of person. Man, any kind of potato chip. And you know what? I think if I had to choose, meat and cheese trays are like my favorite snack. Like, some pepperoni, some salami, some cheese, some crackers. Oh man, cheese and crackers, there's nothing better. And if I had to narrow it down further, just cheese, because cheese
You
is incredible.
recognize this matchbook?
Not just because I'm named after
Yeah, I
cheese,
do,
Colby.
Does the name Merlin or Gruber Electronics mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
All right, goodbye. There's nothing here.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Just work drama, Zelda. I freaking hate that. Well, you're safe here. You're in good company here, because we appreciate you, and you're one of our friends. So we're glad you're here with us. Sumiko was saying earlier in the chat that she had a crumb day at work as well, so you're in good company, my friend. You're in good company. Ketchup chips? What is that? What is ketchup chips? Do I want to know? That doesn't sound good.
What do you think I should do next?
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
I guess so.
Okay, so it's hinting that we're not done at the hotel. I must have missed something. Did I talk to the clerk about the new clues? Maybe I didn't.
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Oh, good night, Sumiko. Get your rest. Hope you have an awesome day tomorrow. I assume you're working, so good luck. Appreciate you stopping
I
in.
found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir.
Okay, we got to go back to the hotel.
See you later.
In
Where
no...
are you going now?
I could go back to the Hotel Ubu, I guess. Whatever those two thugs are after must be important.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no uncertain terms are like, you got to go back to the hotel, dude. You didn't finish everything. See ya, Sumiko. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of these. Well, it is 11 o'clock my time, so I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to grab a bunch of candy from my kids' bags and maybe refill my water, and I'll be back. It'll probably take me 2 or 3 minutes. So stand by. Don't go anywhere. In fact, you guys should all go and get some snacks, too, and we can compare notes. Be right back. Okay, had to make sure my mic was going. I am back with some spoils. I'm going to pull out my jerky too. Dude, everything's so freaking expensive now. It's crazy. Like, snacks are so expensive. When I bought, like, I mean, jerky's expensive anyway, but we still got my teriyaki beef jerky here. So that's delicious. What I found, I got just a couple small ones. Peanut M&Ms. Classic. Airheads. I love me some Airheads. Funny story, I sent some Airheads to my a friend of mine in Japan from when I lived there, and Japanese people's teeth are very weak because they don't have a lot of sugar like we do, and they bit into an Airhead, pulled their teeth right out. No joke, that actually happened. I got a Twix and a little package of Skittles. Classic. There you go. I'm seeing if anybody else grabs some snacks. Oh, John doesn't have any. Dude, John, if you start making a point-and-click adventure game, I'm an author, my friend. Let me do the script. Let me write the script for you. It would be so fun. That would be so fun. Don't get me started on the cost of things. You can't buy groceries for a family of 3 for less than $300. Yeah. Yep. Hopefully that'll change soon. With recent events, hopefully that'll change. Okay, back to the hotel. I feel like I didn't interrogate the clerk very much after after I got the new stuff. Ugh. Opening my jerky. I need some artwork as well, but it doesn't seem too bad. I was also an illustrator. I can help out, and honestly, for something like that, like a side project, this is where I could see AI would become very useful. The AI program I use recently came out with an update where you can literally upload your own drawing, like even just a sketch.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
You can upload even just a sketch or an outline, and it'll like finish the drawing for you. Pretty sweet. All right. I can't remember if I asked him about these.
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
That's what I was supposed to do. I need to get the thing out of the safe.
What now, monsieur?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Let's see. Is that the safe behind him? He's in the way, but is that the safe back there against the wall? Let's see. Let's try... We already tried the shocker thing.
What now, monsieur?
Hey, shake my hand.
I have already explained why I would rather not.
It's so funny. Oh, sorry. I haven't been on the game view. My bad. You're just like staring at my face as I eat jerky. That's fun. Zelda coming through. Got Skittles, gummies, and Twix. Oh man, I think you got better stuff than I did. Skittles gummies sounds good. Kobe ASMR stream. Yeah, that's what you guys want. My dumb face staring at you the whole time.
Expression, like he'd been born with it.
Okay, let's see. That'd be hilarious if the lady helps us steal again.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers.
Oh my gosh.
He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
Chill,
I'm
lady.
glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
This lady's hilarious.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no.
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
Do you know what this is?
Oh, yes, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him.
It played the little, like, discovery noise when I showed her that. Here's my sewer tool.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Let's see. I think we've expended the items for her.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
I have to go, ma'am. I figured the lady at the Keys wouldn't appreciate a duet with a musical illiterate like me. Hello again.
Okay, we gotta run through the items with him real quick.
What does this clown's
Gotta be
nose
thorough.
suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mine-free.
Sounds like heaven. Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Do you recognize this key?
No, I do not.
Tell me again about Alamut.
It is the home of the old man of the mountains.
Do you recognize this cord?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I think we've expended all the dialogue
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
with all the lobby people. Maybe I missed something in his room. Because obviously the thugs were searching me for something, from his room. Or something that might be his. I'm going to start waking up to people and just start demanding if this tissue means anything to them. There needs to be like a YouTube short that somebody makes that's like point and click adventures in real life. Somebody carrying like a coat full of random stuff and just showing them all to people. The door's locked. Can I not go out again?
The door was locked.
Okay, so we got everything up here. Let's try the hint system again because we weren't able to really test it last time. Khan left something in the hotel safe, but the clerk won't give it to me. Okay, so it does have to do with that. He might respond to another earful. Cool. I really like the hint system. It's really cool. Does this goo smeared tissue mean anything to you? How did you get in my house?
The There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Okay, so we showed him the picture. We tried to buzz handshake him. We showed him the key. We showed him the matchbook and this, I believe. Did we not?
What now, monsieur?
Did I show you this pass?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. Clown nose. We haven't showed him this yet.
What now, monsieur?
Do you recognize this red nose?
Non, monsieur.
Maybe I just talked to him.
What now, monsieur?
Oh, there you go. Ask him about the people
I've
outside.
just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur? Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either.
Okay.
Is this Merlin room 22?
I couldn't say. It's a bad likeness.
This photo was taken by one of Europe's most promising photojournalists.
Vraiment? What does he use? A pinhole camera?
What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
I think we expended everything. Maybe not the tissue.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
See, he's thinking
As
like
you wish, monsieur.
he's thinking like
Perhaps you
Jacob.
could have a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
What do you think of this tissue, dog?
Thanks for your help, buddy. The clerk wore a disdainful expression, like he'd been born with it.
Imagine someone asking you to throw away your stained tissue, used tissue. John, I like this idea. We should do like a test screen. We should make like one screen like this, like we're looking at now. Make a character model that moves around. See if you can program like collision and stuff with the walls and the floor and all that. And if we can get that going, you know, I can write like a couple pages of dialogue for like maybe a few test characters. Let's do like a test screen. How cool would that be? I assume that you would first need an art asset for the background, and then however that scum program works, you would build colliders and stuff into it, and like parallax layers and stuff, right? Like foreground, background that you can go behind and in front of. But how would you make a character model? Would you have to hand draw the character model? Oh, cool. It's closer to Flash than a coding language. That's cool. Okay, for the stream's sake, let's do another hint, because I don't want you guys to have to just sit through this. Oh, cool. That's right. I forgot they're timed. We can ask for another hint in 25 seconds. Looking for clues and the stolen briefcase, George found a way to search Khan's hotel room and was nearly caught when the killer returned to change his clothes. I will eat some Skittles for the last 5 seconds. I love that it lets you, or it makes you wait to get more hints. So it keeps you trying. Show the ID card to Lady Piermont? I already did that. Is it literally just one of those things where like You just think you tried everything and you didn't? You just happened to miss the one thing? Dude, Zelda. Don't even say that. That sounds so good. Skittles gummies are fire. Dude, I swear I showed this to her. I must not have. I'm glad I'm not stupid. It's just a simple oversight.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you like to keep Merlin's past as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George.
Okay, I did show her to it. You just had to... Oh, show it to her. You just had to talk to the clerk and then her again. That's kind of hard. I don't know if I would have thought of that.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
She literally just threatens him with his life.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Except the mongrels outside are going to rough me up. It just auto-saved it. Let's see if we get like a game over. I can't remember.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's see.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fish.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Stop.
Okay, so you're supposed to get captured. Nope, I died. You see that? I was in a body bag and they threw me in the river. That's dark, dude. Dark, bruh. Wait, I thought it auto-saved after I did that. Gosh dang it. I don't think it lets me skip dialogue either.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping, but he wouldn't buy it.
Wait,
He's too scared.
I'm slamming all the
Give
buttons
him
and one of
something
them
to be
is
scared of.
skipping
George!
dialogue. How am I doing that? I was skipping some of it. Okay. Safeway and Halloween candy half off. Oh, really?
Did you place a package
That's
from
good to
Merlin
know.
in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin?
Indeed.
Okay,
he
circle
did.
skips dialogue.
He
And
Oh, there we go.
If you try...
when?
Nice. I didn't know circle could do that. I'm so impressed those gummies taste just like normal Skittles. Yeah.
This much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Love gummy candy.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manu.
Thanks.
Huh?
The clerk, I decided.
Okay. Yeah, see, it had the puzzle icon up there. Maybe that's not the save icon. Maybe that's different. Let's manually save it, because we'll probably die a few times trying to figure out what to do. Dang, I haven't saved in a while. Good thing I didn't exit the game all the way from last time. Okay, so after some reading, first thing would be drawing the backgrounds, objects, and that sort of stuff. That part you might understand a bit more. It confused me, but I'm not proficient in any art programs. Yeah, Guybrush definitely would have survived that. Maybe I can talk to these guys about how to get around the thugs.
Hello again.
No. Whoops.
Have you ever seen this old manuscript before? You know what it is, don't you?
You are in great danger. Put the manuscript back and leave here.
What's going on?
I can say no more.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Let's say the same thing to Lady Pierrot. Or what was her name? Poiré? Can't remember. All right, John, take it easy. Great to see you as always.
George,
Appreciate
what can
ya.
I do for you now?
Have a great day.
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? Well, that's fast for a sample of wallpaper.
It's some kind of manuscript, and it looks to be very old.
If I was you, I'd keep it well out of sight until you're clear of this place.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I could roll it up and put it down my pants.
No, that wouldn't do at all. You'd attract far too much attention.
Chill, lady, chill. Let's see. How do we smuggle this out of the hotel? Oh, I remember. I remember how. I was trying to, like, stretch my brain back to my childhood days. I think I remember how. Go back in here, and we toss it out the window into the alleyway. Oh, I thought that's what you did. There we go. I think you have to, maybe you have to go outside to do it. Last candy, peanut M&Ms. Ah! Almost dropped my controller, sorry. There you go.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Nice. Okay, that was an autosave icon up in the top right. You guys probably couldn't see it as well, but noted. All right, we're on our way.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
Yeah, do your thing. You ain't gonna find nothing.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Sorry, I'm chewing right into the microphone again. Yeah.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Oh, nice. It just warps us back there. Sup, Nico? She's gonna give us her big smile.
You're not going to believe what I found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
I'm going to move my chews away from the microphone while they talk.
Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Planta?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means...
Hey, John, welcome back.
Templar.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusade. This guy, named Hughes the Pagan, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, Josh. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
Eat your heart out, Indiana Jones. Guess he's back again. Tell your mom. Okay, Eminem. I love gummy candy. No, I got you, Zelda. I got you before when you said that. Monty Python and the Holy Grail be like, bring out your dead. I love that movie. That's a classic. I really want to learn Scum now. Yeah. Dude, something else I thought of, John, as soon as you said you were leaving. If we can get a background made, of course we'll show this on the channel, obviously, too, but that's beside the point. If we can get a background made and functional stuff going on, we could totally voice the characters, too, because there'd only be a few sample characters in this test, right? How cool would it be if we just did all the voice acting, too, made it fully voiced? I'm also not super familiar with, like, programming and stuff, but I have a plan to do a video or maybe even a stream on the channel to go through a game that I made on RPG Maker, which is not coding, but it has a lot. I mean, there's a lot of programming to do for RPG Maker. You got to do, all program is basically an if-then formula. If this condition's met, then this triggers, this thing happens. So I know a lot about that kind of stuff. Branching, code branching for like programming video games. I've done a lot of that in RPG Maker. So anyway, that's a cool idea. That'd be a way fun, like just creative project just to see if we could get like a single screen working. That'd be so fun. A Chronicles of Making a Point and Click. That would be cool, like a making of. Yeah, RPG Maker is freaking awesome. And I made a game. I think I've mentioned it on the channel, so I apologize if this is repeating information, but I made a game for, funny enough, like one of the worst versions, technically, of RPG Maker, the 3DS version. And during the time when the 3DS online capabilities were live, before Nintendo shut them down, my game was the highest rated worldwide on the RPG Maker Fest servers, because, you can share your game online with the world. Highest rated, and most downloaded game on the servers for like 2 years. I was pretty proud of that. I mean, the 3DS RPG Maker community is not huge, but my game was very polished. I had about 300 build hours on it, and like it was a solid game, side quest, like a good story that I wrote and stuff, and it was probably 4 hours of gameplay, like a good 4 hours straight. So I might stream that, but the problem is it's hard to stream 3DS footage because there's two screens, and the 3DS does not have a video out jack in any way. So I'd probably have to set up my camera to like be looking at my physical 3DS when I play it. Pretty awkward, but that might be a video I make in the future. Yeah, I can make you a screen and email it to you probably within an hour with the AI tools that I use. I could even sketch it out by hand and then just have it upscale. It would probably look something like this, like kind of cartoony. Let's experiment with it. Shoot me an email. I think that would be a fun side project just to see if it works.
I found Plantow's briefcase in the killer's hotel room. It was empty, of course. Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Well, let me explore it with the cursor.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
That's what I just
know a guy
said.
who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
But who is? Andre isn't stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Oh, nice. Did I just unlock a... oh, cool, and it lets me explore.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see
Nice,
the light.
George.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Scrum is a fairly simple tool. I've got school holidays coming up. I'm more than happy to do something like this for a bit of a challenge. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm going to have to tell you now, the biggest limiting factor, Scum only supports bitmap graphics. And what sort of resolution, I don't know. Remind me what bitmap is again. I know the term, but like, what's the difference? So like, you can't just slap a JPEG in there. Do you have to convert it to a bitmap? Yeah, do some research. That would be really freaking cool. And so if you're doing the research side, just reach out and be like, hey, give me a picture to play with, or like, hey, give me a character model to play with, and I'll just provide you with what you need, so you don't have to waste time on that part of things, if that works for you.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. Maybe I'll check out the Krone Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
Perfect timing. It's like we're going to get to a new area right as the stream kind of draws to a conclusion. We got about 20 minutes left. Bitmap is its own type of image format, but it's likely to have been kept with a similar style of Monkey Island or one's essentially pixel art, I see. Ooh, we got an achievement. Steam. Get out of here. Steam hijacks your computer when it's open. Track down an assassin and uncover a medieval mystery. So it's just the story progress trophy. Nice. Yeah, I bet there's online converters. I bet I could just make a PNG or a JPEG and convert it to a bitmap. I would guess. There's the museum. Cool. New area. Let's save it. Let's save it. That's not the save screen. I always do that. There we go. Get my mouse out of the way. Save. Been playing for 2.5 hours on this game. Yeah, for sure. I think it would be fun just to try it. What my question is how you would make an animated character, you know? It makes sense to put like still backgrounds in. That'd be pretty easy and like, you know, regulate what's foreground, what's background, etc. But like we'd have to fully animate a character probably. I might have to hand draw those. How crazy would that be? Like all the different frames, like maybe 30 or 40 frames of just walking animation and stuff. That would get wild. Okay. But that would be fun. I mean, I've done things like that before, so in my illustrating days, not quite that intense, but I could do it, I think.
Access to the side and rear of the museum building was blocked by a dense clump of bushes. A real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me. Through the grimy glass, I could see several large shapes in a gloomy room. What they were, I couldn't imagine. I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and vaulting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
Hilarious. Oh, wait. First I want to... Oh, I can't look at the building. Okay. What's up, dude? There's a lot of stuff to look at in here.
It was a statue from ancient Egypt. Those old civilizations sure could teach us a few things about art and beauty.
Oh, look at in the middle. There's a tripod. It's the tripod that was on the scroll. Oh, snap.
It was a stone carving from ancient Egypt.
I'm just going to look at everything along the walls first.
It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid.
He's going to yell at me not to touch it.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
He's pretty chill about it, actually.
The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
Metal's in the chat. What's up, Metal Spinda? Good to see you, my friend. How are you? What's new?
It was a tapestry of a lady, a lion, and a unicorn. If I had more time, I could have stared at it all day. Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
I feel like the music needs to go down a little bit. I feel like the music's a little loud. It's like way down, but I don't know. Let's try that. I feel like sometimes it's washing out the audio or the dialogue.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod picture
Bingo.
on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Lochmar at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory.
Ireland. What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Hey, now.
Grab it, George.
No, monsieur. No.
No.
You must not handle the exhibits.
I'm sorry.
Can I go over here? No, this is a single screen. Okay.
It was a large brass urn.
Touch it.
There was nothing in the urn. I looked down at a collection of tools with wooden handles and tarnished metal blades. There were knives, chisels, and spikes fanned out in a semicircle. I guess there's always been a need for home improvement.
Try not to use Australian spelling. Well, if I'm writing the dialogue, I definitely won't use it. We should have an Australian character in it, though, and you can voice the Australian character. That'd be fun.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked. The case contained 2 rows of silver coins. Each coin on the lower row showed a portrait of a guy with a huge nose. I tried to raise the glass cover of the case, but it didn't budge.
2 more things to explore.
The case contained some fragments of pottery. They looked to me like broken flower pots. Above them, a sign read, L'Age Paléolithique. I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked. A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window.
Close the blinds.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill. And the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled. And it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Okay. Oh, there's another case I need to look at.
The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read, L'Age Paléolithique.
Lady from the other day with the crocheting actually looks pretty nice in a dress. She was at the tea house I usually go to. Oh, sorry, I was thinking the game. I'm like, I don't remember her. You're talking about real life. Lady from the other day with the crocheting actually looks pretty nice in a dress. She was at the tea house I usually go to, and me formulating thus in my mind tells me I'm obsessed. Bro, you gotta shoot your shot.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked.
I'm gonna say I'll ignore the situation till I can
Are
act
you
on it.
Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it there. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Well, darn. Oh, cool. So since I explored all the things, it lets me ask about all of them now.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
A sausage?
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read. So he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think? If I studied hard, and did all my homework. I could be a professor of history.
At your age? Dream on.
That's harsh, dude. I thought he was gonna be like, sure you can. You can do anything you set your mind to. He's like, no way, bro. You're way too old for that. Dude, that is harsh. You got her Instagram and she followed me. No way. So did you talk to her then? You went and talked to her, right? But I want to plan my move better. I'll let you know what ends up happening. Dude, yeah, go for it. Dude, that's awesome. Zelda, give Metal some advice here. What should he do?
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the midst of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Yeah, oui, they connect the market, cleaned up.
The pot people. Were they from Colorado?
You don't know the first thing about those pots, do you?
No, monsieur.
This guy knows nothing about anything.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
Our example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John D.
John D. Yeah, Metal. So point and click adventure games from the 90s, which is what this is, but this is a remastered version released recently. Yeah, they're a lot like the Sherlock Holmes games. Yeah, a lot of investigating, a lot of questioning people, a lot of just trying things and seeing if it works. Pirate gold and silver coins from those old French ships is supposed to be really pricey. Yes.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
It's like Count of Monte Cristo, right?
He was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? No. That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
Oh, cool. We can ask about the alarm.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Let's try and buzz his hand.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh no, I don't frequent places like that.
Got to go through all the items because we missed it last time.
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Do Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not. What do you make of this tissue?
It's absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact.
What?
I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers.
This guy's an idiot.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Although people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park it. No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Yeah, where do I find Lobineau? I need to find him.
Thanks for your help. The attendant had an air of self-importance and the kind of steely eyes that never seemed to blink.
I don't think there's anything I can do in there.
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
To Ireland we go. Let's save it, because we're pretty much at the end of the stream. But I want to see if it added any new locations to the map as well before we go out. This looks so much better remastered than the original version. It's ridiculous. Wow, you can go to the airport. You can just fly to Ireland? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of curious too, because I think you said you spoke to her in person, right? Or did you just find her Instagram and follow her? Because you should definitely just say hi. Okay, I'm just going to go to the airport and save it. Wow, look at that. You have the whole freaking of Europe on here. The whole of Europe. And I can just go to Ireland. It's got a little leprechaun on the photo. I do remember some of the Ireland part is pretty cool. You did speak to her. Great. Wow, this cutscene is so much better than the original. You have no idea how much better this looks. It's crazy.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarn. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
A few hours? Wouldn't it be way longer than that? I remember when I was in Europe, it took a few hours just to bus from downtown London to Oxford, which is still in England. We went clear up to Ireland. Maybe he was just talking about the bus from the airport of Ireland to here. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, perfect place to save it. Nice. Exterior MacDevitt's Pub, Lochmarn. Almost 3 hours of gameplay. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Made some good progress. That game is very nostalgic. But I like it because it's been long enough that I don't remember everything about it. Because I used to play it a lot as a kid, but it's been a long time. Turn my PS5 off here. Oh, man. Excuse me, guys. It's midnight here where I'm at. It's much later for some of you. But, yeah, don't overthink it, Metal. Don't overthink it. Just go with the flow. Natural. But thank you, everybody, for joining. I appreciate you, as always. If you haven't, I know most people in the chat right now have, but if you have not, if you're watching this in the future, the best way to support a channel, it's like leaving a $100 tip at my proverbial table on YouTube, is to just subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you're alerted to new videos and when I go live streaming Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week. Keep an eye on the community page. I'll do announcements and updates there, but that's it. Let's get some sleep, shall we? It's the middle of the week. Let's finish out strong. It's my day off tomorrow, so it's easier for me to say that, but Friday we will be continuing with Final Fantasy IX. That's all I think about. Like, Broken Sword's fun too, but like I want to go back to Final Fantasy IX. I'm really enjoying it already. As my favorite game of all time, but appreciate you guys. And keep in touch. Have a great night. Talk to you later. See ya.